Well, holy shit, that happened much faster than expected. Bron Breakker just speared Seth Rollins. The Vision have turned on Seth Rollins. Yes, WWE just threw us a huge curveball by ending Monday Night Raw with Bron Breakker spearing Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman, all three turning on Seth Rollins. Because we main evented Raw with a triple threat #1 contenders match, CM Punk beat LA Knight and Jey Uso to become the #1 contender to Seth Rollins. After the match, you know the drill, out comes the Vision. Bron Breakker spears Jey Uso in half, he runs around the ring, he spears LA Knight in half. And then all three of them get into the ring, they circle CM Punk, they lay out CM Punk, Bron Breakker hits him with a spear, Bronson Reed hits him with a tsunami. And Raw ends the same way that it has for months now, with the Vision standing tall, with Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed standing tall. Until it doesn't, because as Seth Rollins is standing tall, holding his World Heavyweight title, he turns around right into a Bron Breakker spear. The crowd goes insane, commentary going insane. This is a genuinely shocking moment. We did not see this coming tonight. We all knew this would happen sometime down the line, sometime next year, sometime after WrestleMania. This was inevitable. But we did not expect it now at a random episode of Raw in the middle of October, a month or so before War Games. So Bron Breakker tells Bronson Reed to make a choice. Bronson Reed aligns with Bron Breakker. He hits Seth Rollins with a tsunami. And then Bron Breakker gets up in Paul Heyman's face. It looks like Paul Heyman's trying to check on Seth Rollins. But then Paul Heyman also aligns with Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. He raises both of their hands to end Raw. Bron Breakker is holding the World Heavyweight Championship. And that is how we end Raw, and it is just an unbelievably shocking ending to Raw. Again, we all knew this would happen one day. But for it to happen now of all times, again on a random episode of Raw in the middle of October, a month and a half before War Games, is just such a genuine shock. This is just so crazy to see. And honestly, this changes everything going forward in the WWE, because what the hell are we gonna do in War Games? Because it seemed like the Vision, no pun intended, for War Games was gonna be the Vision, Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, and a +1. With that probably being Brock Lesnar versus the babyfaces of Roman Reigns, CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso. But the question is, what the hell are they gonna do with War Games now? Because you know we're still gonna get War Games out of all of this. And originally, I thought that CM Punk was going to be the guy to beat Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at next year's WrestleMania. But now it is looking like all of that could be up in the air, and Bron Breakker could be the guy to beat Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship sooner rather than later. And as the cherry on top, just less than an hour or so before all of this happened, Seth Rollins was talking about how he was on cloud 9, he was on the mountaintop, and how nobody could take him off of his high, how nobody could take him off of the mountaintop. And he even told Paul Heyman he feels like something big is coming for the Vision. He doesn't know when, he doesn't know where, he doesn't know exactly what it is. But he said that he feels like something big is coming, and Seth, I'm afraid you were right on that one. So yes, this was such a crazy way to end Raw, such a genuinely shocking moment. We all knew this would happen one day. We all knew one day Bron Breakker was gonna turn on Seth Rollins. But nobody expected it to happen now. This happened months before anybody would have expected. And honestly, the short-term and the long-term future of WWE just completely changed.